What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video. I'm your host, Kirobinix, here to do the review on the 8th episode of the World Ends with You, the animation. Now, I just finished watching it a couple minutes ago, but I took time after that to write down the characters' names and voice actors so I can memorize them. I had to do it rushly so I didn't forget. So, yeah. Excuse me. Now here, I'm going to read out the Japanese cast of the game, of the original game. We have Koki Uchiyama as Neko Sakubara, Anna Hachimane as Shiki, Yoshi Kimura as Joshua, actually I write down Joshua's real name, Yoshia Kiryu, did I say that right? That's his real name. Also, Subaru Kimura as Daisukenjo, Bito, or Beat, we know him as, and Ayana Takisha as Raimu Bito, Rhyme. And the dub cast for the game is Jesse David as Neku, Jesse David Corti as Neku, Heather Hogan as Shiki, Aaron Span as Yoshia Kiryu Joshua, Crawford Wilson as Daisukenjo Bito, Ashley Rose as Rhyme. Now the cast for the anime so far, no dub voices actors have been made. We have Koki Uchiyama, still got Anna Hachimane, same Ryohei Kimura, Subaru Kimura. I don't know the same last name. Maybe right wrong. And Ayana Taketsu. So the entire same cast. Did I write that right? No. So yeah. Those are the names I wrote down. So yeah. Anyway, on to the review. So the episode starts out in Shibuya. Neku's phone rings for a mission. And Neku, in a monologue, said he must win for Neku and Joshua. Well, because if he doesn't win, then he'll never come back. He can never do it again. As you remember last time, penalty is this is his last game. This is the last time competing in the Reaper's game. So yeah. We can memorize the two Reapers names. And Neku goes. A female voice announces that reach 106 in 6 minutes, I think. Can't remember. She faced elimination. Then we cut to the two Reapers. Komiya, I think I really should have wrote down their names as well. And Uzuki. Yeah, Uzuki, the pink-haired one's name. She's a little... Uzuki's bored. Saying that she just wants to impress the new game master. And that it's not going to be as fun with one player. I'll get to that in a bit. We don't discover that until a little later. To in a minute. Saying that they should just do this job or something. I don't know. I forget. So anyway, then we got to Neko reaching the end, reaching 106. Was it 104? I can't remember. And him realizing that he's the only player in the game. Yes, he's the only player. Which is surprising. Why is that? Why is Neko the only player in the game? I don't know. and Neko can't do this alone. He needs a partner. But since he's alone, he can't. Then the two show up. Uzuki and Komiya. I really hope that's his name. Show up to try and summon noise to take down Neko. Neko tries to fight them off, but ultimately he succumbs to him. But in the nick of time, a familiar phrase comes up to show him. Beta. Beat comes up to show him. And in the meanwhile, in the background, the theme song's music, the theme song is playing in the background. Which I like that. It's a nice touch. Because I like the theme song for this anime. It just sounds cool. It really suits the style of the show. That it suits... works well because Neko's the main character. And it suits his style. So yeah. It's a bit... Yeah. Beat says something that first he's tasked to taking down his buddies. And there's only one player in the game now. On the first day. Oh, sorry if you had... Sorry. My bad. It's hard to keep the gas in. So anyway, Meat managed to take down the noise. And he partners up with Neko. That means he's a traitor to the Reapers. Another pact is formed. But for now they had to run. Uzuki tries to chase after them, but Komiya stops her. Seeing that, they should treat him like a player as well. They managed to lose him, and then... Neko thanks Beat for saving him. And there's a funny moment with Beat. I like how this episode has a few funny moments where it's dark, the whole dark humor last episode. Well, not humor, but the whole... How last episode was really dark, no humor. Yeah, most episodes could go without humor for a reason, but a story. Which I appreciate sometimes. But sometimes to break away from the tension, you need a little joke. You know? To break away from a bit of the tension. To ease yourself a bit. I really like this anime so far. But I don't know what opinions are now, but many people who played the game from after watching the first episode didn't really like it much because of how much it changed. But there's nothing wrong with that. Hello, TV show and movie adaptations of video games can be different to the source material. You know, look at Detective Pikachu, for God's sake. That's a film that already has a spin-off game before it. Before the film released in 2019, a year before, a game was released, which told something different. And it's way different from that. So, yeah. And Pokemon itself is different from the games. One thing is because the anime has its own freaking protagonist. Not any uses a few characters from the games that only you see during battles, but make them main characters that make us care about them. Yeah. So yeah, that's so pick up other adaptations of video games that changes a bit. Like bring up any TV show or movie that a good one that is that changes the source material a bit. If you think of one, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, Beats a little flustered and acting like himself, saying, what happened to the old personality in Neko? He's lighting up a lot. Neko actually has grown as a character from the start. Shiki's really influenced him. To make Neko from episode 1 to now. And you see there's a big difference. Neko's grown. Well, I understand the points of the game, but I can't really understand until I play the game. The sequel's not out until 2 months from now. July 27th, 2021. And there's no way for me to play the original game unless I buy it on the phone, which I can't. So anyway. He explains a few things to Neko. Oh wait, Neko asked why he became his partner then. Being himself. Saying that Neko looked pathetic trying to bend off the noise. So he kind of felt bad for him. And he owed him for the pendant. I may have read a few spoilers, but I still don't know much about the characters. I know that Beat and Rhyme are siblings, which is kind of too obvious when you think about it. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. Alright, before I mention that, Beat tells Neko about the new game master, the secretary woman from the last time. Then we cut to her talking to that guy we see, who I assume might be the composer. I'm not sure, really. Again, because I never played the games. They know what location to go to next. There's still a big mystery. Why did Minamoto shoot Neko? Why did Joshua protect him? What does Neko have to do with all this? They wanted him eliminated. Why is that? And they eliminate any specific player, but they were targeting Neko from the beginning for some reason. I'm curious to find out the truth. Is it because the composer and Neko are related? Or something? Or Neko's done something to piss the composer off? I don't know. There's a lot of guesses. If those who come up with your own theories, let me know down below in the comments what you about them. Neko notices a noise following Beat. Beat tells him that it's Rhyme. Rhyme's soul, to be more specific. Mr. Hanakama gathered the many pieces of Beats of Rhyme's soul and made it into a noise to save her life. I didn't even know that was possible. Who is Mr. Hanakama? Why is he helping them? I've got a lot of questions. This anime is giving you a lot of questions. And I'm definitely going to be resolved goodly. I just hope it resolves good. Alright, they head down to the tunnels. Beat asks what happened to where Joshua is. Neku tells him what happened. As you remember, Joshua sacrificed his life to protect Neku. I think he did it to make up for what happened before. Him failing to get him. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to when this comes to an end, where we find out the truth. And once the anime is over, you could tell me what's different between the anime and the game. Because I'm curious. I can find walkthroughs of it on YouTube. Since the sequel is going to be in 3D now. A whole new cast of characters. But some of them might be making a return. Right. B tells Neku that he wants to become the next composer. So he could... Because the reason Beat became a Reaper in the first place is because he wanted to see if he could find a way to bring Brian back. But only the composer has the power to bring people back to life. Whoever this composer is, he's the one that created this sick game. Yeah. He wants to bring everyone back to life so he wants to become the composer to bring everyone back to life. So the composer can choose who lives or dies. It's really messed. This guy is really messed up. Why? Why is he doing this? What the fuck is going through his mind? He's a fucking idiot. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, down in the tunnels, Neku tells that Joshua was looking for the composer. So, then that secretary woman shows up. They mentioned something earlier about code. So in my bet. She shows up and is forced to Beat like a player. That means he has to be, since he's now being treated as a player, he needs his entry fee. And you know what that means. The person he most care about, Rhyme. Should I say Rhyme's noise. Beat tries to stop her, but ultimately gets repelled back and hit Robinson Neku. Rhyme is taken. And she literally puts it in her chest. No, like squished it. No, not in, literally. Now, what I mean is, she just, glowing like Pierce, and she just puts Beat Rhyme's noise Rhyme through the glowing light inside her body. Ugh, it's just creepy. So what is she then? She can't be a Reaper. Well, when we've seen the Reapers with wings, but those two don't have wings. She also explained that Beat's a traitor from the beginning. Protecting Neku from the noise. Beat admits it, but even Neku knew. it's funny, you know. That is very funny, you know. Neku says, even I knew that. That's really hilarious. Neku was already knew that from the beginning. That is totally hilarious. Beat is one of the most best characters in the series. He's funny. He's the most he gets the humor out of he gets the chuckles out of everyone. Yeah. That came before getting his butt kicked by that lady. Back at the headquarters, Uzuki and Komiya. Uzuki wanted a bigger challenge. The new game master, whose name I keep again, tells her about a new princess and code O. Something about O. And something called emergency call. Anyway, mentioning cuts to the next day. When Beat and Neku were kicked. It cuts to the next day. They wake up. El Shibuya Central. So now only 2 players in the game. I feel this was deliberate. Yeah, huh? Neku has a big connection to this game. Why is that? I'm curious. Neku wouldn't be here if Minamoto didn't shoot him. But Minamoto didn't have a reason to shoot Neku. He didn't have a reason to kill him. So he must have been under orders to do it. And who is Joshua himself? I don't know. Because he got the same type of gun to stop Minamoto from killing Neku. Maybe. What's the opposite of a Reaper? An angel, I think. No, that's a devil. No. A god? Demigod? I don't know. So, yeah. Anyway, the next one comes on the broadcast, and they got a mission. You must find her in the course of 6 days. If they don't find her in the course of 6 days, they will die, be erased. And that she activates emergency call. Reapers who are wearing these red pins or orange pins, wearing red pins called the O pins or something like that. That enhances the Reaper's strength. So yeah. So Neku had to fight their way to find her and stop her. So they run into a lot of noise and Reapers and managed to take them down. Then he run into that console hall they were 2 weeks ago when they were together and they're all still around. Now it's really heartbreaking to look back at. And when you rewatch this anime after the final, when all the episodes drop, you're gonna be really heartbreaking knowing what's gonna happen next. Now, tell me if you did ever play the game. Tell me if you enjoy this anime, because I certainly do. I'm gonna play the original game before getting the sequel. Guys, I hope it gets a remaster for PlayStation 4. You know, a better remaster and then its final mix. They're in the console hall, they run into the same guy from before. You remember him, right? That Bang Reaper. We met way back a couple episodes in episode 3, I think. No, episode 2. No, the first episode. This was actually, we only saw him in episode 1. And that wasn't. So yeah. No. They said they've been looking for him. They said telling they're looking for that woman, the new game master. Yeah. They say to look somewhere else, but he blocks their way. They didn't really want to have to fight him. No choice. They bowed him and his noise and managed to win. He gives Neko an orange pin that can unlock more areas. Good mention, Beat have one that can lock up certain areas, but not all of them. They need to be a higher level people to get all that type of pin. So yeah. Right. Neko tells him to have to go his parents away with him, and he and as a band for away, his bands and bandmates are waiting for him, and then we discover the truth. The Reapers we saw be killed were actually his bandmates. He's alone. Then the Game Master shows up behind him. I really can't remember her name. She shows up and immediately knows he went easy on them. All the Reapers were wearing these pins to boost their power, but he didn't have one. It means he was holding back. He's not as bad as they seem. He's quite different, isn't he, that guy? Didn't pick that. See, that plot point never came anywhere because when he ended episode 1, we don't have any more. We don't even see him anymore. We only see him recently now. After that. And you know what happens when people. Since he lost anticipated orders, he is deleted. And that's what you hear screams, Neko and Beat hear screams. And that's where the episode ends. So next week's episode is going to be focusing on Beat and Rhyme. It's going to be focusing on their backstory. Interesting. That's a good idea, really. We don't know much about their backstory. We do know how they died, though. A truck crashed into them somehow. At least that's what I think. That's like what we saw. But maybe I was wrong. Who knows? I'm looking forward to next week's episode. So thank you guys for watching. And before I go, I'm going to show you what I bought today. I bought 2 PlayStation 4 games, Life is Strange 2 and Balan Wonderworld. I got a Switch version as well. Also, I bought this today, Zack Snyder's Justice League for $9.99 in HME. Yet the long-awaited Snyder cut of Justice League is here on DVD. You can watch it all. So yeah, it's I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it when I do some more reviews on the DCEU. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for Sunday because I don't know if I'm gonna be releasing anything tomorrow. Stay tuned for Sunday for my review on Trouble Rouge Pretty Cool episode 13, I think. In that kindergarten episode. It's gonna be interesting. I don't even know how long it's gonna cover pretend to be human in that one because really I know kids are young but they won't understand. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you on Sunday, I hope, probably. Bye for now.